broadcast of the day, which, of course, will be the good old boys from the land of Oxford, Hotty Toddy Land, doing some real business today, running the world. You know what I mean? Of football. They're going to be the thing. They're going to be it. Let's do at highlight, HIGHLIGHT. Boop. So, what are y'all doing today? Getting over a hangover? Thinking about politics? Thinking about getting involved? It's a new year, new day. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in the new year? On the other side of the news break, if y'all want to call in and talk to me about it, it's 601-879-0002. What is your New Year's resolution? And come up with something that you'll do. I mean, I'm asking you for you to be ambitious and make 10 calls in the first quarter of the year to a politician and get them to do something that you need done. That's what I'm saying. Get them to get off their butt and help us. Get off their butt and take care of the people. Be like a local restaurateur, whoever it may be, who knows one thing. If the food ain't right, the people ain't coming. And better yet, if the food ain't right and the people ain't coming, they're not going to pay. And it's all about making some money. And so that's not politics. Politics isn't about making money. Politics is about serving the people. So let's somehow get reconnected with that thought, because that needs to happen. I am Chip Matthews. Of course, y'all can come out and see me today live and in person out at the Beethoven's Boardwalk. It's next door to the Cock of the Walk at the Reservoir. It's my latest adventure with Don McKenzie and Jenny Halford and Timothy Jenkins. And we have barbecue, we have pizza, we got steaks. And next Saturday night, we have Lukadba as we get started doing our entertainment portion out there. Of course, when it gets warmer, we'll have some of the biggest bands in America. And we'll want you to be there to see it, because that's what we do. We give back to the community with something that you need, something that you want. That's what you need. The Clay Edwards Show will be back. I am Chip Matthews. Other side of the news. We'll see you. That's what you need. The Clay Edwards Show will be back. I am Chip Matthews. Other side of the news. We'll see you.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
103.9 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Stacey Lynn. A deadly fire broke out at a New Year's Eve party at a bar at a ski resort in Switzerland. Police Commander Frederick Gisler heard here through an interpreter.
We have identified 100 also injured people, significantly in many cases, and sadly several dozen people are presumed to have died.
The BBC's Imogene Foulkes is in Bern with the latest.
Visibly shaken, the Swiss authorities appealed to everyone across the country not to overburden hospitals because the emergency wards, and in particular the burns units, were full.
New York has a new mayor. Zohran Mamdani was sworn in last night as the clock struck midnight.
It will require someone who's experienced, who is fluent in the landscape as it is, and who is ambitious and imaginative towards the landscape as it could be.
Russia said Ukraine targeted the residence of President Putin. The CIA says that's not true.
The New York Times reports CIA Director John Ratcliffe has briefed President Trump on the finding. During a phone call with President Trump Monday, Putin claimed Ukrainian drones targeted his residence in the Novgorod region. Now the head of Russian aerospace forces has released video he claims shows the wreckage of the drones. He called it a targeted, meticulously planned, and multi-layered attack. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of fabricating the attack to justify additional strikes against Ukraine. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Some new SNAP restrictions will kick in today. CBS's Meg Oliver reports millions who rely on the federal assistance will have to cross some items off their grocery list now.
5 states will prohibit items such as soft drinks or candy from being purchased through SNAP. By the fall of 2026, that will balloon to 18 states.
It starts today in Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, Utah, and West Virginia. And there are differences within each state on which foods or beverages will be restricted. A big upset in the Cotton Bowl last night. Miami pulled through with the win, pushing out defending champ Ohio State. Miami coach Mario Cristobal after the win.
Their resiliency, their just desire to find a way to punch through and get better on a weekly basis has led us to this opportunity and now has granted us another one. So looking forward to getting back to work.
And next up, the Fiesta Bowl, don't you love the names, which is a week from today where they'll take on the winner of tonight's Sugar Bowl, either Georgia or Ole Miss. They win that and they get to play for a national championship in their home stadium. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more.
Local news brought to you by the Mississippi Candy Company, which has a huge selection of chocolates, gummies, popcorn, and more. Mississippi Candy Company on Dees Drive in Gluckstadt.
Now, the new year begins in Mississippi. Today, the first day of 2026, is sunny and 66. Tonight, clouds are coming back and the low is 48. And Friday, you've got a 40% chance for showers. The high is 71. Friday night, an even better chance for showers, but that is expected to be gone for the weekend. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. The new year begins with a new law in effect. This one is the paid parental leave law for state employees. You may remember when this one passed, it got unanimous approval from the State House of Representatives. It says if you're a primary caregiver for the child, you get 6 weeks leave with 100% of your salary paid. One proposed law that may be considered when the legislature gavels in just a few days would potentially help people in areas where there aren't enough grocery stores. Those are called food deserts. State Representative Justin Gibbs tells WJTV his ideas for a mandated yearly report on food deserts from the State Department of Health and for the state to let business owners know where the need is great. Maurice Taylor of Choctaw County is getting out of prison on the second pardon by Governor Reeves during his time in office. The order of executive clemency was because, like his brother, who got the first pardon, Taylor was sentenced to serve 20 years on a drug dealing charge when the maximum sentence allowed under law at the time was 5 years. You may know the name Lindsay Whitehead. She's the former youth pastor and coach from DeSoto County who avoided jail time in a state trial for child sex crimes. Her federal trial, which was scheduled for February in Greenville on a charge of transporting a minor across state lines for sexual purposes, has been delayed until March. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Looking for the ultimate reset for your body and skin? At Core Wellness and Recovery, you'll find next-level services like cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared sauna, body sculpting, and advanced facials. Whether you want to boost performance, recover faster, or just feel your best, Core Wellness and Recovery delivers real results with zero downtime. From muscle relief to radiant skin, this is self-care redefined. Come experience the future of wellness, Core Wellness and Recovery, just off Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Book now at corewellnessandrecovery.com.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Welcome to the Clay Edwards Show. More adrenaline.
You know, it's a pretty interesting time to be alive. What's the saying? May the times you live in be interesting. We have accomplished that.
More testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal. And they don't care. And everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now. And I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met him, why not?
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay Edwards.
And it is Chip Matthews sitting in for Clay Edwards here on a holiday weekend. New Year's. Happy New Year, everyone. How you doing? Good morning. It is let me check. Thursday, January the 1st. 9 days away from International Chip Matthews Day, which is the 10th. Yes, it'll be my birthday. And, of course, Luke and Ba will be celebrating with us on the deck at Scooby's on the reservoir. Scooby's on the water right there at the Beethoven's Boardwalk. Okay, this just came in. What does it say? Mississippi returns to the Rose Bowl Parade for the second year with Kermit the Frog leading its float. That gets us back to the entrepreneurial spirit of Mississippi. And people forget. The Muppets are Mississippians. They forget that Snoop Dogg is a Mississippian. And I see the Florida Patrol going by this morning out on the streets. Y'all be safe out there. As they ride by the Cotton District, Cotton Exchange Plaza, where we're located. And I, of course, am safely secure on the 10th floor of the radio complex, doing what I do. But y'all, the entrepreneurial spirit of Mississippi, when you look at the outpouring of affection toward Bob Kershell and his restaurant that the Kershell family had there for 70 years, and it's going to be leaving Highway 80 February the 15th. That's when they've decided to shut down. So they'll be open now through the 15th. So you can go get that last bite of Kershell's. But y'all, as you look at all these things that fully go away, Highway 80 then will be nothing. Won't it? Am I wrong? I mean, one of the most iconic businesses that had been there, be the last of the good. That used to be the Strip. Highway 80 used to have everything. Then, boop, it's gone. And it's gone because legislation in the area and the policemen in the area have done the police are doing everything they can. And they'll arrest some people, and then they'll take them before judges that let them go. You have a DA that is waiting to be prosecuted who let them go. That was involved in all kind of corruption. And I don't know how long the DA's office was in bad shape over there, but it was always in question. And, why do we have to question? Okay, you elect a guy, and they put all these people in office, and they say, this guy's been here through this administration, this administration, this administration. He knows what he's doing. The politician's there just to be the politician and get the check and get known. But the bureaucrats in there don't care to be known. They just care to put in their time and make more money and more money and more money and more money and tell everybody the longer they stay, the longer they are short with you and tell you how it's going to be. And that's not just that's in all aspects of government. They do not care if you have the job in the government work. There's no incentive for you to be polite. There's no incentive for you to want to do a better job, other than you should want to do a better job because you're a good person. But a lot of people get out of school, they go to Jackson State, get their drive-through doctorate, and not a drive-by doctorate. That's when you're going to school there, the drive-bys. But then when you want to go get your doctorate degree, you just drive through the thing, hit the button, and say, "Welcome to Jackson State. What you want? Hold, please. I'll be right back." "Okay, what did you want? What did you say?" And they go, "Bop, bop, 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 bop." Oh, we get you a doctor's degree. And then you want to go by the name Dr. whatever the rest of your life. Although you're the doctor of broom sweeping or something like that. And then you, with that doctorate degree, you go into government work appointed by one of your kinfolk. And then you'll make more money because you have a doctorate. And you'll make more money than the people that are actually doing the work around there that are working hard, who didn't get government aid to go to school, who didn't get fed through a government program, who got kickbacks on this, that, and the other. Excuse me, people. And then you also have the people that are just cell phones. Like, for instance, we got in a conversation at the restaurant yesterday on cell phones. And there were people there, they said, "That's my government phone. I got to go reload it." "What do you mean?" "We get 500 minutes at the beginning of every month." And it was the end of the month, and they need some money to get through New Year's to just get phones. So they came in and they did some chores around the building, wanting to just make $20-$30 where they can go reload their minutes. And they said, "Because on the 1st, I get 500 minutes. The government pays for it." What if everybody in America got 500 minutes that the government paid for? How many of us wouldn't have to have the expense of having a cell phone? Because we don't buy insurance when we need it. We have cars rolling on the streets that don't have insurance, but they got cell phones. And if they don't have one they can afford to buy, the government gives them one. Meanwhile, our insurance for car insurance or life insurance goes through the roof. And it's all because they want us to pay, but they're not going to pay. But when they can have kinfolk that have jobs, I mean, because Madison County, through Griffin and Banks, and I don't know how many Steen has, but mostly Griffin and Banks, they've been there 30 plus years. I think Banks is almost 40 years by the end of this term. You don't think that everybody in there is not kin to him? I mean, the person that lost $2.7 million and no explanation. They said, "Well, it was a cybercrime. Well, you wrote 4 different checks. Then you said you got some of the money back, but you didn't tell us where you got it back from. Then on top of that, there were some girls caught at the Justice Department and they were $2,000 short. Y'all fired that person quick. But the person that lost $2.7 million, that person got a raise inside the fiscal year in which she was still in and contracted for the money that she was supposed to get that for that year. And now it's a new year. She'll probably get a new raise for the next year. That just automatically clicks in from year to year. You get a 5% or 2% or whatever they got figured in. They'll go ahead and give her a raise. What the heck going on? Did the raise that occurred by the Board of Supervisors, which only 3 voted for, the 3 amigos, Steen, Banks, and Griffin, when they gave that raise to her before the end of the year, before the end of the fiscal budget year of that year, when they gave her a raise, were they being blackmailed? Or are they just kinfolk? I mean, we found out through testimony in the Rudy Warnock trial, dealing with politicians from Canton, that they were all getting kickback. One guy got $12,000 a year out of a guy for the contract for mowing the yard. So mowing the yard at Canton Public Schools. So every time he mowed the yard, every month he had to give $1,000 back to one of the aldermen. We also heard that a person at CMU who had a job there had to give money back to an alderman for the job they got them at CMU, and they're kinfolk. Kinfolk and skinfolk. Bureaucrats, politicians working to gain the system. And then you have situations where Shad White is yelling and screaming and wanting to fix things, but they don't give him, he has no enforcement powers to do it. He just can't walk in and go audit books just anywhere. There's a process. Lynn Fitch has to be the person to prosecute everything. And when voter crimes were turned over by Michael Watson's office, she sent a letter to me and Timothy Jenkins personally that said, we're not going to worry about voter crimes in Madison County. That's not an issue. It's not an issue. Never mind. 100 people got $200 for working the polls, and they weren't from Madison County. A couple weren't even from the state. A couple of them had been in prison and weren't allowed to vote anymore. How does that work? We'll be back with more on the Clay Edwards Show. I'm Chip Matthews filling in. Of course, I'll be in again tomorrow for 3 hours. So you can make plans. And of course, tomorrow I'll be in a hotty-toddy state of mind because the rebels are fixing to win it all. And you can thank Mississippi not voting in the, and this is just a theory of mine, since they didn't sport in the mobile sports betting last year. I feel like the NIL money came in to make sure that Ole Miss had a good team, a great team. I believe that every politician is probably down with the lobbyists watching the game this weekend. Been down there for all weekend. And then, of course, if Ole Miss wins it all, they probably will get their mobile sports betting bill passed because the mob and the government may be one and the same. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show, filling in on the Clay Edwards Show on WYAB. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show, filling in on the Clay Edwards Show.
1039 WYAB.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
For decades, you've known the name Martin's for good times, great food, and the best live music. Now that's happening at 2 locations, downtown Jackson and Livingston. Check the websites, martinslivingstonms.com and martinsdowntownjxn.com for the many special events and live music lineups. You can chill with friends on the big patio at the Livingston location and enjoy the Blue Plate lunches and nightly drink specials. Martin's, downtown and Livingston.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health of Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health of Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too.
Tri-County Tree Service, the Jackson Metro's premier company to handle all of your tree service needs. Russ Borland and his team specialize in large tree, low-impact removal. Tri-County Tree Service has the right equipment to safely handle the most technical trim jobs or tree removals. Storm damage can happen year-round, so let them clean it up and they'll deal with your insurance claim. Tri-County Tree Service, by phone at 601-TREE-GUY or online at tricotreeservice.com. That's tricotreeservice.com.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps. And more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
I am Chip Matthews, filling in for Clay Edwards on the Clay Edwards Show. Of course, I host a show every morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And we always have breaking news. And somebody here is saying that I news, and it says breaking news up there. So what is the news? The news is the fleecing of America, the fleecing of Americans. The fleecing of the taxpayers that actually work, the fleecing of all of us who want to do better in America. Meanwhile, government and bureaucrats that get elected and then appointed to jobs completely control our lives and our tax dollars. And they constantly getting busted for corruption. And then meanwhile, their political friends are trying to show them cover because they're either political friend or their family. And, got to help the family out. Shoot, I gave mom jobs. Now they're all in trouble for stealing. I got to help them out. Can't let them go to jail. It's like this lawsuit that's currently going on between Mary Hawkins and the illegal meeting of the three amigos of the supervisors. So my question this time around is, in normal lawsuits, because there are 5 elected supervisors, you blame it on all 5 supervisors. So whenever you sue, even if 2 of them were innocent, you have to sue all 5. I wonder in this case, will you have to do it that way? And if they do sue them, is Mike Espy, the board attorney, their attorney? And if that's the case, we're paying. We, the taxpayer, are paying. So how does that work? How do they make a bad decision, and 2 sets of politicians, one's from the good side and one from the evil side, are picking a fight? And since that person on the other side is a government official in the city of Madison, are we just paying taxes on both? It sounds good in the news and nothing's really going to happen, because that happens a whole lot. Nothing happens. What is the deal? What's the end game? What's the end game when nobody will take care of us? All they want is more taxes, more taxes. We need to tax this. We need to tax that. We're trying to cut this tax, and you got to cut that tax, and it picks up over there on the other side of the bridge on something else. why do we pay for lawyer? We pay as much for a lawyer as we can for fixing a road. Legal fees for frivolous lawsuits and frivolous activities by the legislators or by the supervisors, those frivolous little lawsuits that don't mean anything. It just means that somebody in your office got caught doing something wrong. Why do we have to pay? Why do we pay for everything all the time? Why, if they steal our money, you never hear that they got to pay back $1 million. They stole $1 million. We want to get $1 million back. Okay. What about interest on that million? What about transferring of dollars? What about what's going to happen to that person? We get our $1 million back. We ain't really worried about them. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Just like when the person was pimping out his daughters-in-laws. And you pimp them out to get nowhere? I mean, at least you still got government jobs and moving up the chain. But you shouldn't have any job with the government once you've been found guilty of crimes. And it doesn't matter whether you think it's good. And that's what goes on in bureaucracy. I was doing the right thing. No, if the law says that that's the law is black and white. There is no gray area. There's sometimes a little bit of gray area where nobody explains, but the letter of the law, as referred to many, many, many times, is this, then that should be what happens. And the bureaucrats should stay out, and the extra money shouldn't be spent, and the lawyers wouldn't be needed. So in the case of Steen, Banks, and Griffin, their legal meeting, all they have to do now to get past that legal meeting is call a legal meeting. Then in the legal meeting, say, we want to approve the agenda again to screw the rest of the county over. And then they'll vote. And if all five are there, they'll still have 3 votes. And the 3 amigos will once again put us back where we are. So what good is the lawsuit other than it's money in SB's pocket? What good is anything if you can't get to the problem and fix it? You know, that's what goes on. So I get a kick out of this. These people online are saying all kind of crap. You're worthless. That's what you are. Is you're worthless. You people that attack people who are talking about people who are actually doing it to you. Doing it to your tax dollars. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. People wasting our money when we need better roads, we need better bridges, we need you got this thing called the food deserts they keep talking about. Areas that don't have grocery stores. So what's their plan in the Benny Thompson district where all these places are? Is his plan to have the government open up grocery stores? Isn't that what they do in communist countries? And they'll give you what you want and tell you what you're going to eat and fill it up. Isn't that communism? Socialism? Is that where we're headed? It's exactly where we're headed if we let the government continue to run our lives and we don't speak. And when we show up in droves and they still don't listen to us and we say there's nothing we can do and so we're not going back to another meeting. It's wrong. You got to always apply the pressure and keep the pressure on. I remind everybody, Grip and Grin is coming up on Wednesday. Y'all be there. And it's going to be good. Bruce Bartley's event. And you also need to keep up with everything going on in the news and where you can have an opinion on it, where you can actually help us help yourselves. We're going to take a news break now. We'll be back with more right here on the Clay Edwards Show. I'm Chip Matthews filling in on this holiday season. on New Year's Day. Yes, it's New Year's Day, and it's Ole Miss Day. Hotty toddy. They're fixing to win it all. It's New Year's Day. And is it for the right reasons or legitimate reasons? Good morning, Bo Sweeney. We'll be back. They're fixing to win it all. And is it for the right reasons or legitimate?
1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
UrgeVet Emergency Vets Madison has been serving your pets for 5 years now. From late night emergencies to weekend worries, we have been here caring for your pets when your regular vet isn't available.
From the moment you walk in the door, our team of veterinary professionals is here to care for your pets at all hours of the nights, on weekends, and holidays. Located at 15 Olympic Way in Madison. Call us at 601-790-1918. UrgeVet, always here when your pet needs us most.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
A new year means a new you with a new ride from Mazda of Jackson with our extended super sale. Chart your new course in a 2025 CX-5 before they're gone. Price to move with 0.9% financing for 72 months with approved credit. And see why it's the compact crossover that's built for you. Plus, get 1 year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. It's time to make the resolution to choose Mazda today. Shop online at MazdaJackson.com or visit Mazda Jackson on I-55 Frontage Road.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Hey, freedom lovers, Big River Ballistics in Morton is your one-stop shop for all your 2A needs. From suppressors to everyday carry pistols and everything in between, we've got the gear. Test it in our beautiful facility and stretch out your rifle on our 1,150-yard range. Memberships start at only $40 a month. And hey, veterans, first responders, military, you're getting 10% off everything, including memberships. Visit BigRiverBallistics.com. That's Big River Ballistics, where freedom fires. Big River Ballistics, Morton, Mississippi. Craving something extraordinary in Jackson? Manship Restaurant is where your taste buds hit the jackpot. Join us for happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. where your wallet will thank you and your stomach will sing. Indulge in half-price wood-fired pizzas because why pay full price for half the fun? And for just $5, dive into our private barrel bourbon picks. That's right, luxury on a budget. Plus, beat the heat with our frozen drink specials, a tropical escape without the travel expenses. Make your way to the Manship where happy hour isn't just a time, it's an experience.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Let Shelter be your shield. Come see me, Jamie Creel, 601-992-6000.
Looking for the ultimate reset for your body and skin? At Core Wellness and Recovery, you'll find next level services like cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared sauna, body sculpting, and advanced facials. Whether you want to boost performance, recover faster, or just feel your best, Core Wellness and Recovery delivers real results with zero downtime. From muscle relief to radiant skin, this is self-care redefined. Come experience the future of wellness, Core Wellness and Recovery, just off Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Book now at corewellnessandrecovery.com.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
I am Chip Matthews on the Clay Edwards Show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Many, 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 many days Clay and I have hung out together in the bar and restaurant business. And now we hang out on the radio. It's interesting. So, and today would be one of those days that he and I would get in the truck and say, well, we ain't got a ticket to the game. Let's just ride down to New Orleans to the Sugar Bowl. Pretty day like today. We'd put on some 80s music and be on our way. He'd be singing cherry pie. He's my cherry pie. Yeah, that's what he'd be doing. And then he'd get on down there and start the Poison. And then he'll listen to some obscure Poison that I do not know. But that's that. He's a Poison fan. One song to the other. Every song is great to him. But anyway, I digress. We're here on the radio show that dares to be different, the Clay Edwards Show. I am Chuck Matthews. And of course, this is all about, excuse me, let me hold my beer while I tell you what you're doing wrong in the world. Because a lot of you, so we're going to get on to the listener for just a second. A lot of you don't vote. A lot of you don't get out and vote during the elections. So for your New Year's resolution, let's start getting you into a political state of mind. Y'all don't care about politics. You better start caring. You better start caring because it's going to be so important in the upcoming years because things are changing at a rapid pace. And the only people that are putting money in their pocket are those that are elected as politicians. And they keep bending the rules for them and their families. And then those of us that don't have family and friends in high places are going to be screwed. Yes. Nothing good's going to happen for us. And that's what you got to think about. I mean, you think about all those people that have nice houses out there by Deerfield, and you got D.R. Horton moving in, building 1 billion houses over there that are going to wind up being Section 8 housing. They needed a different set off. They needed to be smaller lots. They needed to be, and all the stuff that they did approve got done for them to build houses there. Meanwhile, the people that had been there that built the area beginning, that all that was being built back in the 70s, early 70s. And to get out of Canton, basically. And so now they're in a situation to where they're just going to get screwed over. It doesn't matter what the value of your house is. We now got project housing across from you, and your value will go down. That's it. What do we do to stop it? What do we do to get into people's minds that you've got to play the political game? It's like I've been doing the comparison all day. The restaurant owners of the metro area, the individual guys, you'll go in and sit down with them and you'll talk smack, whether it be Tom's Fried Pies, come out to Beethoven's and talk to me, or go to Ferremi's and talk to Fred. Or in the past, you would go see Bob Chrishell out at Chrishell's. Or you go see Jeff Good down at his location down at the Broad Street or at Bravo. But you go into these places where you see faces of people that are there to please you. Restaurant people have to take care of their customers or they're out of business. Politicians don't have that luxury. Politicians have a different set of rules. I don't have to take care of you. I don't have to listen to you. And right now, all my buddies in politics want me to vote this way because the lobbyist money got to them and told them what they're going to do. What are you going to do to stop it? 10 phone calls during this political season is what I'm challenging everybody to do. 10 phone calls during the season on an issue that comes up that needs to be corrected. We got to make the phone calls. Politicians are scared of their phone ringing. Their phone rings, they've got to answer it. When they answer it, they've got to do the right thing. And they don't really know what the right thing is because money clouds their judgment. And it's just like I'm telling you, right now in New Orleans is probably a slew of Mississippi politicians who are being paid for by the lobbyists who want to bring mobile sports betting to the state. And their goal is for everybody in the state to be on mobile sports betting. And you sit there because that's what an entrepreneur would want to do. If you're going into that business, that's what you do. And they buy the influence in that situation. You can't buy the influence in the local restaurant business. Doesn't do you any good. Because I can't buy I can't buy and make sure that you have a great steak. The restaurant owner has to make sure you have a great steak or a great meal to buy. The politician, the meal he's going to eat is paid for by a lobbyist at one of these restaurants for the sole purpose of getting you to do something that none of us would buy to begin with. You know, you wouldn't buy a rotten piece of meat. But you get these people get paid, so they try to sell us a rotten law. They try to sell us something that won't make us any money, but it'll cost us money. They need to look at legislation and say, okay, y'all, we need to tighten this, and this up. So let's start with tightening up car tax and insurance on cars. And so you set out a statewide mandate that I need X amount of people. It's interesting what goes on in America. It's interesting how we're going to do things. It's interesting that things have to change. It is interesting that we've got to do better. And it's a new year, and we have a new, nothing's changed since the 31st to the 1st other than the calendar year. So what are you going to do this year to change the future? What are you going to do to make sure that we get a better deal out of our politicians? What are we going to do to get more voters to go vote? We need the people, your neighbors, to go be a part of it. We need everybody to do their part in America to make it the greatest place in the world. We came to America and founded a religious place. I look at the guy that got sworn in last night in New York as the mayor. And I'm not sure, but I think he used the Quran or something like that. Or whatever they call it, the book. But at the end of the thing, it said, so help me God. Everything when you get sworn in, it's so help me God. That's what needs to go on. God is what made America great. And we need to follow what we should be doing in God's words. Our money, in God we trust. We had a car tag that said, God, in God we trust on it. And then what happened to that in Mississippi? Somebody bureaucratically in the state legislature got rid of it off the tag. It disappeared. When you went to go get a new tag, it was gone. God was out of the state government. We can't have no God and religion in state government or federal government. God's all we got. Politicians aren't worth a crap without God. They're not. What are we going to do to get everybody back on the right page to where you think about what you're doing? I've been ranting this morning, then I've filled in a little bit. I started the day with a big rant. I'm going to finish the day with a big rant. I'm going to tell you how sorry you are for all of you people that don't vote. Many of us go out and vote and do the right thing. He was sworn in on the Quran, a.k.a. I think he was sworn in on a Karen. A Karen that won't do anything but bitch and not do anything. But anyway, that is another story. Thanks, Lloyd Travis. But I mean, y'all, we have to do better. We have to have God in our lives, and we have to have politicians that believe in God. Because with God gives us the basis of doing the right thing. We came to America to be for religious freedoms. And the religious freedom that we all believe in is all Christian based. So, whether you're a Baptist or Methodist or Presbyterian or Catholic or Jewish, you all believe in God. You all believe in a higher being. You all believe that you were put here to do better for the people around you. That's what we should be doing as we look at the new year. We need to do the right thing. We need to think to do the right thing. We need our politicians to be held to a higher level of doing the right thing. Y'all, make an effort to make that happen this year. Make an effort to make 10 phone calls this year to a politician when it's time to vote on something. Don't lie to me and call it education freedom when it isn't what it is. In our minds, we've heard all this stuff all year, and they've set us up to where education freedom or school choice means that the money's going to follow the kid. So if he's going to a private school, he's going to get the money. That's not the way it's going to work. That's not the way any of it works. We're not taking care of the people we need to take care of, and we're being lied to by our politicians. It's being packaged up with frilly things on it. It looks just like when you go to the store and you say, I got to have those cookies. It's like at one time we could get a Chips Ahoy cookie and it was just a Chips Ahoy cookie. Now you go in there and there's 10 different kinds of Chips Ahoy cookie because Chips Ahoy wants to dominate the market when they did well with just the one cookie. And then Oreo is sitting over there, and Oreo was one of the greatest cookies ever invented. But now, and what do you think? It was 2 chocolate sides with a creamy white middle. That's what they made their bread and butter on. But then they said, oh, no, we got to put some peanut butter in. That's not a peanut butter. That's peanut butter inside a chocolate cookie? Huh? Excuse me? Oh, we'll just change the outside to this, but we're going to still call it an Oreo. We're going to take the brand of the Oreo, and we're going to expand the brand. We'll put sprinkles inside it. We'll put mint inside it. We'll do all these different things. Now, mint Oreo isn't a bad idea. But maybe it shouldn't be called a mint Oreo. But I look at things like that, and then I go to look for Danish wedding cookies, and they're gone. Can't find them anymore. And that's what's going on in America. They're trying to get rid of all the religions. All the things that you like that are unique about America, they're running off. They're getting rid of. Politicians don't care. Politicians just want to get paid and get their retirement in. Do they care about the first responders? No, we don't care. We say we care, but we don't. We're going to raise to where your retirement age has to be this. We want you to put 35 years in or whatever it was. That's insane. Take care of the people around you. Politicians should not, I don't think they should get any retirement. I really don't. I think when you say you are there to serve, you get your paycheck for serving and you go home. It's a part-time job. Y'all make it a full-time job. You don't understand how hard we work, blah, blah, blah. I know that lobbyists are putting money in your pocket and you're working hard based on that. You're not really doing anything. Y'all enjoy the Ole Miss football game this weekend down in New Orleans. And thank God the game's at 7 o'clock tonight. That way you'll get over the hangover from being out on Bourbon Street all night and out in the strip clubs as the lobbyist, sports betting world, mobile sports betting world, the mobsters, whatever you want to call them, carried you out to get your money. And they're trying to say, that sales tax, that money you're going to make off of this, that's going to pay for them roads and bridges to keep you in office forever. You shouldn't be thinking about staying in office forever. You should serve your time and you should go home and be proud of the work you did during the time you were there. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am Chip Matthews. I'll be back to close out the day in just a moment right here on WYAB. I am Chip Matthews. I'll be back to close out the day in just a moment. Right
1039 WYAB.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
We would like to invite you to visit our retirement community, which is not only beautiful, but affordable as well. I'm Rhonda Brown, director at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Our team members are passionate about making our residents' life easier and more enjoyable. We have fun-filled educational and entertaining activities, plus daily exercise that will help with your stamina and balance. Call us at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland, 601-856-6131.
Y'all come see us at Flora Animal Hospital, your trusted hometown vet. We offer a wide variety of veterinary services, including boarding. Dr. Kaylee McCary is a Madison County native who has been serving the Flora community and surrounding areas since 2013. She leads our team of highly trained and compassionate women. We are located at 740 Highway 49 in the Cotton Exchange Plaza. Call us today at 601-879-3222. At Flora Animal Hospital, we treat your pets like our own.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement, to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Friday mornings are special here on 1039 WYAB. That's when we hit the pause button on the stressful issues of the day and enjoy interesting conversation and terrific music by some of the most outstanding artists in the world, all from Mississippi. I'm Jim Thorne, inviting you to join us every Friday morning at 9 for That's What's Happening's Blues and Arts Hour, made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. And presented by one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House, Highland Colony Parkway, Ridgeland.
Smart business owners will tell you the best time to start a new business is now. Whether you're thinking of starting a new business or expanding an existing one, the perfect location is the Cotton Exchange Plaza in Flora. Over 13,000 cars will pass by your business each and every day on Highway 49. Space is available now, so what are you waiting for? Call the Cotton Exchange Plaza at 601-879-3503 to find out how you can expand your business today. The Cotton Exchange Plaza in Flora, where we mean business.
Venable Glass is your local glass expert, offering residential, automotive, and commercial glass. Venable Glass can do it all. What sets Venable Glass apart from the rest? Unmatched reliability and customer service. Don't forget, tell your insurance company that you want to use Venable Glass. And remember, you do have a choice. Let Venable Glass work hard to earn your business. Call Venable's Ridgeland or Brandon locations today for a free estimate or visit venableglass.com.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to fit your budget. Stop by Pops Auto Sales today, where fair prices and superior service leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Or go to PopsAutoSalesLLC.com and browse our inventory and get pre-approved for zero-down financing with approved credit, with service contracts and warranties available. And guys, our truck inventory is one of the largest for any independent dealer, period. Pops Auto Sales, Highway 49 in Florence.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
I am Chuck Matthews, filling in for Clay Edwards today and tomorrow, along with my show at 6 a.m. So y'all get up and get in there early, and we'll talk about Ole Miss football all morning long tomorrow. Nah, we'll talk about some politics. Y'all, this just in from Mayor Tim Taylor. That, of course, would be the mayor of Canton. The city of Canton, I guess it's not mayor releasing this. It's the city of Canton issues this reminder regarding the use of fireworks within the city limits of Canton. The city of Canton wants our citizens to enjoy their New Year's holiday and be safe and use precaution while using fireworks. Fireworks are permitted, however, fireworks may not be discharged at all after January the 2nd. We ask that everyone celebrate responsibly and be mindful of elderly neighbors who may be especially sensitive to noise and in need of rest. In addition, be respectful of quiet zones and other vulnerable populations. We would also like to remind the public, now we're talking about fireworks, so listen to this. We'd also like to remind the public that it is illegal to discharge a weapon inside the city limits. And if any individual is caught discharging a weapon, you will be charged with a misdemeanor, including a fine of approximately $500. Approximate fine. How about that? How about that? It's not a fine of $500, approximately $500. So what would that be? $499.99? But anyway, the city will issue that emergency service to remain available for the needs of our customers during our citizens during this holiday, and we wish everyone a happy new year. An approximate fine of $500. It's $499. Get your $499 firework display. You can shoot your guns for $499. Yeah, you won't enforce tags on cars. You won't enforce cars to have insurance. You had a person steal my car, and you don't go take fingerprints off the car to where we charged the right person. That person that stole my car, according to y'all, stayed in jail for 90 days and then was found, said y'all let him go, saying, well, he didn't steal your car. We got a video of somebody else that stole your car. Well, then why did y'all accuse this guy of stealing my car? Why did you steal my car? Why did the city of Canton steal my car when they found it? Because they put it in pounding, said that they needed to get fingerprints off of my car, and charged me $600 while it stayed impounded at a private individual who is related to somebody involved with the police department. I paid $600 to get my car back. It was highway robbery, considering the city has an ordinance that you inside in a contract on the rotation of people, $75, and it would have been towed to the city pound or to the police station. No, we need special equipment to tow your car, blah, 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 $600. We're not going to give you your car back till we take the fingerprints, and then you never take the fingerprints, charge the wrong person with my car, keep them in jail for 90 days. That guy could wind up suing me, I think. And that's exactly what they want. If I put you in jail for 90 days and you didn't do it, and I accused you of it, signed an affidavit saying you did it because City of Canton told me, then, of course, City of Canton, the people who arrested the guy, didn't show up in court to testify against him. But now they got a new guy. He bound over for a while. Political corruption is everywhere. We got to do a better job. I'm Chip Matthews, filling in on the Clay Edwards Show. See you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. You'll be here, so I'll be here. Hotty toddy. Talk to you later.